Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Lone Wolf, the Prisoners of Time. In the last episode, we met the big-brained creature and he sent us to go meet his fiancée at one time, which is a preacher known as Soraka. She's not actually a preacher, we just decided that she had the preacher voice. And
yep.
she sent us along with the Planet of the Apes army to escort us to Ironheart. But unfortunately, Tuktar, or Turok, or whatever his name was, he was killed, and we had to flee and leave them. Again, you know, it's classic with Lone Wolf.
They died a warrior's death.
And Karzie is here as well to kick us off in page 207.
Hello. Alright. Seated before you at a desk lit by tall candles, one set at each corner, are two pale-skinned Meladorian nobles. The flickering yellow flame glints on the fine antique workmanship of their armor and exaggerates the shadows that play on their faces as they argue their strategies for an impending battle. On seeing, you enter the conference is brought to an abrupt close. One of the officers bows and takes his leave. The other beckons a scout to approach the desk and make his report. Briefly, the scout tells of how they met you and what has become of your Okar escort. He shows the officer the obsidian seal given to you by Soraka before leaving the city of Thas. The officer clasps the pyramidal stone in the palm of his hand and stares directly into your eyes. A tingle of surprise prickles your skin when you return his gaze, for you notice that his eyes are misty blue, without whites or any obvious pupil. If you had the Magpie display a size screen, turn to page 159.
Yeah. A wave of psychic energy rushes through your mind, washing across your thoughts, searching for some sign of hostile intent. You resist the intrusion, and the wave quickly recedes.
Oh. With a gesture of his hand, Lorcan Ironheart dismisses the scouts, and you are left alone in his company. What should he sound like?
Oh, give him like a British, like a high-pitched English, like a posh British voice. And the reason why is because psychic blue-eyed thing is just like in that episode of The Simpsons with the deadening, with those creepy little kids with the blue eyes, with the psychic blue eyes, and they make the villagers attack themselves.
You're thinking about hurting us.
Now you're thinking, how did they know what I was thinking?
Now you're thinking, I hope that shepherd's pie in my knickers.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna butcher this. When it comes to accents, sometimes I need like.
You jump to start it then.
Huh?
I'll do I'll do his voice to begin with. I'll read the rest of this page and then go from there.
Okay, I'll take over the next page and I'll just pick it up.
So, you are the Onion for whom Mistress Soraka would have me postpone the war against chaos,
he says sardonically, reaching for a decanter of ruby red wine. He fills 2 crystal goblets and offers one to you.
Let us toast the success of your treasure hunt,
he says, raising his glass on high, as well as his voice. Oh my god. He really doesn't have no pupils or anything? His eyes are complete white? Goddamn.
Yeah, I can't tell if that smile is like a smirk or if that's like a heartwarming smile.
That's a smirk.
It's like a half-half. Is that a smirk? That's just a smirk? Okay.
I think it's a smirk.
And to your triumph over chaos,
you add diplomatically. He smiles as he smiles as he sips the bitter vintage, and you regard each other with thoughtful curiosity. He has a youthful face, with high cheekbones, narrow jaw, and a thin, chiseled, aristocratic nose. His silver hair is a mass of silken threads flowing from beneath the rim of his ornate conical helmet to fan across his wide shoulders and thick vermilion cloak. But it is his eyes that fascinate you most, for they are filled with knowledge and ancient wisdom. You talk at length about events which have brought you to the Nagoth forest in search of Lorcan's help, and in return, he tells you of the dangers that you may face at Tolakos. 80.
From a gold-capped leather tube, Lorcan produces a map of the Nagoth, which details the location of his encampment. The burial grounds of the Taukalos, the last known position of the Chaos Master's horde. The scale is measured in leagues, but you are able to calculate that Tolakos lies only 10 miles from Lorcan's camp. A Kirby red line has been drawn diagonally across the map to show where the scouts have last sighted the Chaos Master's troops, and this line passes dangerously close to the burial grounds. You must leave as soon as possible if you are to be sure of reaching Tokos before it is claimed by the enemy, says Lorcan, pointing to the bold red line. This was drawn 3 hours ago. If the Chaos Master decides to advance, he is within 8 hours' march of the burial grounds. This means that in only the next 5 hours can you be sure to find Tolakos unoccupied. I intend to march my army forward and hold Taukalos, but I await reinforcements, and I dare not move until they arrive. Therefore, I will provide you with a scout who knows the area well. He will guide you to your destination. The rest is up to you. Lorcan sends for the scout, a Melodorian called Odell. When he arrives, he suggests that you visit the equipment tent before setting off through the forest. If you wish to take this opportunity to select some new equipment before venturing to Tokos, turn to page 267. If you wish to start your journey without delay, go to 121.
Sorry, Odell, you're probably gonna die. If you're the scout,
Yeah.
we always get our scouts killed. Right,
Yeah.
let's go to 267. Let's take a look at his goodies.
Luck be with you, Aeonian.
Says Lorcan as you turn to leave his cabin.
Remember, I will be marching to Tolakos as soon as my reinforcements arrive.
You thank him and bid him farewell, before following Odell the scout as he wends his way through the busy encampment to the equipment tent. 2 grim-faced guards bar your entry. When Odell tells them on whose authority you are here, they quickly lower their spears and allow you to pass. The tent is full of weapons and provisions, and Odell suggests that you take whatever you need. You may select from the following: sword, spear, mace, dagger, 6 arrows, bow, quiver, backpack, quarterstaff, and a short sword. If you wish to keep any of these items, remember to adjust your action chart accordingly. The quiver, along with the 6 arrows.
Yeah, I figured you'd be going for that.
And we need to replace our lost dagger from the last book. So,
All right, let's get another dagger. Oh yeah, because we used it as a lockpick and it broke.
Okie doke. Everything else is just a weapon, so let's move on to 85.
Yeah. Odell replenishes a quiver of bolts that he carries on his hip and checks that the crossbow he wears strapped on it to his forearm is functioning properly. Satisfied, he folds its hinged bow arms and then slips a brace of throwing knives into the tops of his boots. Are you ready? Yes, as he finished adjusting your equipment. Yes, you reply confidently. Let's go! You leave the encampment by slipping over the perimeter wall and quickly emerge like shadows into the thick forest beyond. The giant trunks support a canopy of dense foliage that blocks out most of the light and keeps the forest floor bathed in a perpetual twilight. A carpet of moss muffles your footfalls, and the only foliage that grows in abundance is a bushy velvet lichen patterned with orange-headed, tooth-sized growths. What?
No idea what the hell that means.
If you possess the Magic Discipline of Curing, turn to page 36.
Guess we're snacking.
Yeah, maybe we get the potion or something.
You sense immediately that the tiny orange growths are poisonous Ketu spore pods. Okay, don't snack it. If swallowed, or if the spores are allowed to infect the bloodstream, the toxin can kill in a matter of minutes. You wish to collect a handful of these Ketu spores, mark them on your action chart as a backpack item. Hell yeah. Let's get rid of
You
Emil.
just said don't touch it!
Yeah, we'll collect like we'll put it in a bottle or something. Let's eat the meal instead of dropping it.
Okay.
Then we'll take the Ketu spores. Nice.
Gluttony wolf. Eating a meal before commanded.
I don't have to share it. I'm lone wolf. Joey doesn't share food.
The cool gloom of the Nagath forest floor seems to continue indefinitely. Then you arrive at a place where one of the massive trees has fallen and torn a gap in the canopy of leaves. There's gloom. There the gloom is brightened by a narrow column of light. "That Babylon bar!" whispers Odell, pointing to the decaying trunk.
What accent are you going for?
I don't know.
I'm gonna
If
try
you
and
ever
copy
reach
that.
the Manichae discipline of patronship and ever reach a Kai rank particularly higher, turn to page 59.
He sounds like he had a stroke.
Maybe he did.
You
Maybe
feel-
it's a Scotsman with a stroke.
I was about to. It sounded Scottish as well. You feel the familiar chill of premonition as your Kai senses alert you to a tiny pair of eyes blinking in the gloom of the leafy canopy overhead. You sense that a hostile creature lurks there, waiting to fire at anything that comes within range of its lethal blowpipe. If you have a bow and wish to use it, turn 339. If you do not, 218. Use the bow. Use the bow. You'll get
We
him before you
always
get me.
use the bow.
Yeah, pretty much.
With consummate accuracy, you send an arrow whistling into the treetops. It ends its flight buried, feather deep in the scaly abdomen of an Akdak sniper. The beast gives a piercing shriek and tumbles to the ground, landing with a sickening thud near the base of Babylon's bow. Odell praises your skill and rushes forward, half crouched, to search the chaos creature's body. If you wish to stay where you are and cover him with your bow, turn to 91. If you wish to follow him, turn to page 178.
Right, let's cover him. I feel like
Let's cover him.
Yeah, there must be more.
Yeah, I'm getting worried
no.
now.
You scan the surrounding trees, your eyes peel for the slightest hint of another enemy, while Alder examines the dead actor. He shakes his head, indicating that he has found nothing of interest, and beckons you onward. Just as you begin to move, you catch sight of a grey shape scurrying away into the misty distance. Quickly, you draw an arrow and take aim, but the creature is no longer there. It has melted into the shadows.
Ooh, spooky
watched.
creature. There's a moment of cold fear when you first set eyes on the burial ground of Tokos. An eerie blue glow cast by clumps of bacterial fungi illuminates a mist that seeps from the tombs and crypts of this ancient necropolis. The swirling vapor is contained by a wall which encircles the graveyard. Although it is broken in many places where trees have displaced the moldering stonework, with a weapon at the ready, you follow Odell towards one such gap in the wall, which is overshadowed by a great mausoleum. "It is Vault Sauron," whispers Odell, as he clambers over the rubble and crouches behind the damp gray wall. "Old Kid Cod sleeps here." He removes a throwing knife from his boot, and with its tip, he points to the other funeral landmarks of Tokolos and identifies them one by one. "That the cryptid shoulder. Over there, the graves of the faithful. There be Babylon's tomb. The Chaos Master and his minions have kept us away for nearly a generation. But the Lord God is determined to wrest it from them and restore it to its past glory. Over there, near its center, is the Grand Spooker. That's where the bloodline of the Ironheart clan are laid to rest." You stare at this macabre building, and a powerful feeling electrifies your body. The sepulcher is an imposing sight, yet it is not a grim splendor of its design that exhilarates you. You are ablaze with the realization that somewhere here, in the grand sepulcher of the Ironhearts, lie the last two Lorestones of Naxtor, the objects of your quest. Turn to page 300.
I must search that tomb, you say, staring fixedly at the huge door that dominates the sepulcher's blue-grey sculptured facade. Odell frowns and casts his eyes nervously at the surrounding mists. I can't enter. He says, I can't enter. I know, clan blood. If you choose to go to the door, you must go alone. He sensed that nothing will induce Odell to break his clan law. You are anxious not to lose a valuable guide. Like, all the others that we had.
Yeah.
When I enter the Grand Sepulchre, you will wait for me here? You ask, hoping he will agree. Silently, he considers your request. Aye, he says without enthusiasm. I wish that's with me. Christian cars are close. I can feel it in my body. With blood. You exchange stern smiles, then hurry away through the knee-deep mists towards the great door.
The portal is secured by a massive metallic lock, and engraved into its blackened surface is a quartered square. In 3 of the 4 quarters, there are etched symbols, but the 4th quarter, which is formed of a soft clay-like substance, remains blank. Your basic Kai instincts tell you that the symbols are a clue to the I keep on wanting to saying Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
Melodorian code that unlocks the Great Door. By inscribing the correct symbols in the soft surface of the blank square, you will cause the portal to open. Study the sequence carefully. If you possess the Magkai Discipline Pathmanship or Divination, turn to page 116. If you possess neither of these skills, turn to page 25.
Right, let's take a look at this. This is like a non-verbal reasoning question. So we've got triangles, circle in the top left. Then 2 circles which have swapped places with a triangle, and the triangles turn black. Then below that, the triangle is swapped back to black, and 1 circle. So like if you go in the diagonal from top left to bottom right, all that happens is that the white triangle becomes black. So maybe whatever's on the left becomes black. So then in the bottom left, maybe... maybe moving down. So if we go from what's on the right side, going down swaps the positions of the 2 shapes, and it minuses 1 from the circle. So it goes from 2 to 1. So I'm thinking the bottom left will swap the circle and the triangle, but then the circle will disappear, maybe. No, the triangle will disappear, and it will just be a circle on the left. That might be what it is.
I think it's just it'll be a white triangle with 2 white circles. That's my guess.
Page 116. Oh. Is this mine? I forgot now.
I don't remember. Yeah, I'll do this.
Oh no, it's me. Your senses warn that a powerful spell protects this portal. If you inscribe the wrong symbol on the blank square, you will break the spell, the consequences of which could be fatal.
Uh-oh. Oh. Below are shown 4 groups of symbols, only one of which is correct. One group, when inscribed on the blank square, will open the lock that secures the Great Door. Study the symbols carefully and compare them with other 3 groups in the illustration accompanying entry 131. When you think you have found the group of symbols that completes the sequence of 4, turn to the entry given below it. So I think it's something like C. That's my guess.
My option isn't even there, so...
Do you want to save first, just in case?
I was about to say.
Yeah, let's do the pussy save.
Okay, so let's look at the illustrations again. So based on your logic, we're going to swap just like that, but then they'll remain white. So on the right side, one of them's black. Like it could be A as well, is what I'm thinking. Like I don't think it's B or D.
If A had a white triangle, I probably would agree that it could be A, but I'm going with C.
Obviously, I'll have to skip some of this, like our thinking.
Oh, copyright strike! Oh shit!
Oh, it could be more like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, because we've got like 4 options. A, B, C, and D. Ask the audience. That's the viewers. Dun, dun, dun.
Can we take a 50-50?
Well, our 50-50 is AOC.
Can we
Gotta
phone
phone
a
a friend.
friend? Oh,
I'm gonna phone Karzie, see what he thinks. Alright. I wasted the phone call, sorry.
pretty much. Like, oh man, I don't know. C.
Alright, we'll go with C. A soft whirring noise emanates from inside the lock. Then silently and effortlessly, the great portal swings open. With your nerves on edge, you enter the dark interior and follow a featureless corridor to another large but less impressive door, which opens at your approach. A surge of damp air whips past you, sucked into the chamber beyond, as the airtight seal is broken after many decades. Torches ignite spontaneously, and, for the first time in its long history, the secrets of the inner sanctum of the Great Sepulchre are revealed to the eyes of an Aeonian. Good call. What was your logic?
Huh?
What was your logic behind picking that symbol?
I'd have to look at the picture to go back over it, but basically, you know, the top left and bottom right were essentially the same image, except for the triangle got reversed, or went from black to white. So I figured it'd be the same the other way around. It would essentially be the same image and the same placement, but you know, it just would be a white triangle instead.
That makes sense. Yeah, I like it.
Okay. At the center of the chamber stands the statue of a proud Mandalorian warrior, clad in a battle dress with his sword raised in challenge.
No, I can't stop picturing Boba Fett now.
I have been doing that. I've been doing that this entire time. I haven't even seen Mandalorian yet. But I imagine, but
so good.
Oh, I've heard many a good thing. I've heard a lot of people like, yeah, I gotta get to watching. There's so many shows I'm behind on. Anyway, seven closed caskets lie at his feet, with seven more beside them, open and empty, awaiting future generations of the Ironheart clan. Here, you can sense the presence of the Lorestones more strongly. Your skin tingles, and your pulse begins to race. But despite your reactions, you can tell that they lie not within this chamber, but somewhere nearby. Behind the tall structure, this tall statue, you discover a narrow stair that ascends to a circular portal in the ceiling. Close to the foot of the stairs, there is an arched door of sparkling blue metal. If you possess the Summer Sword, turn to page 107.
Blue metal. Whenever we've had the Summer Sword before, they've always attacked us with blue lightning. Notice that. So
really, I haven't.
Yeah, like the bad guys have always shot like bolts of lightning at us, like blue lightning, in some form or another.
It's amazingly perceptive of you.
Okay, gently, the Summer Sword vibrates in its scabbard, and a cool golden fire laps at the hilt. Instinctively, you unsheathe it, and immediately the blade is engulfed by golden flames, ignited by the close proximity of the Lorestones. As you raise the sword, the flames burn brighter and illuminate the circular portal in the ceiling. At once you realize that it must provide access to the roof of the sepulchre, and, with your heart pounding, race up the steps, confident of finding the objects of your quest waiting for you there.
Oh my god, this is it, the big moment.
E20.
A lever operates the portal. Because what operates a magical portal but a just human-made lever? Why not?
No, I mean, it's just like an opening in the ceiling. That's what they mean by portal.
Oh, okay.
It's not a magic portal.
Oh, I was imagining a magic portal.
That's literally just a really tight, narrow, circular staircase going up into a circle in the ceiling.
And this is the path we have chosen. A lever operates the portal, and when you pull it, the circular hatch creaks open, and a shaft of gray light washes over your head and shoulders. Your senses burn with expectation. You grip the rim and start to pull yourself through the hole, but a dark shadow and a cold wind sweep over you, making you flinch and fall back on the stairs. There's a loud crack, like sharp clap of thunder, then a terrible scream of agony echoes through the forest. Fear and anger grip your senses as you realize that you have just heard the dying scream of Hotel.
Great. Just once, can we have a guy that actually lives?
We did. We had, what was it, Pido?
Yeah, but he got captured, didn't he? And we had to go rescue him.
But he lived!
We don't know what happened to him. We got blasted into the portal, and fucking Nog is still there. Dark Lord Nog is still in that room with Pido. Do you think he got out of there alive? I don't think so.
I just find it funny. Our, like, one guy that has survived with us throughout, like, all strips just ends up horrendously fucked. Just...
This guy literally came with us for 2-3 pages and he's dead.
Yeah. Poor Odell. Your guide. Oh, yeah. Enraged, you leap for the portal and pull yourself onto the roof where the Lorestones and an unexpected enemy await you. Turn to page 200.
Perched on a bough overhanging the roof is a gigantic black-winged bird. Seated on its back is a magnificent warrior dressed in scarlet silk and polished silver mail. His head is crowned by an elaborate helmet, its visor formed in the shape of a roaring dragon with jeweled eyes and fiery breath. The tangled branches prevent the bird from landing, but a rope ladder hangs from its saddle and the warrior uses it to climb down onto the roof. He leaps the last few feet and his landing disturbs the dense mist that carpets the surface, rolling it back to reveal 2 glowing golden spheres of crystal, each filled with fire, lying close to where he now stands. He crouches down, and your stomach churns with dread as you see him reach out to grab the golden Lorestones. This motherfucker. Oh my god, what the hell is that face? What the hell is that? Oh, those are his eyes. I thought these little things were his eyes. His eyes are behind those slits. What the hell are these?
Yeah, it wasn't until I enlarged it that I realized that, yeah, those, the mask, the beady eyes aren't his. He's just got slitty eyes.
Oh, I see what it is. Yeah, so the slits, those are his eyes, and then he's got the face of a dragon or something on the front of his helmet. So confusing.
Yeah.
Why not let the eyes of the dragon be your visor eyes? Why you gotta have additional eyes on top of that?
Can you just imagine the blacksmith with this order? Like, yeah, I want a dragon face on my mask, on my helmets. I want little wings off to the side. And the blacksmith is just like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Not again.
I wonder how this fucker can even touch him if they're so good and he's evil. Right, if you have a bow, if you have a bow and wish to fire at the warrior, turn to 32. If you wish to draw a hand weapon and attack him to prevent him from taking the Lorestones, 274. And if you wish to command him not to touch the Lorestones, turn to 136. Please don't touch it, please.
Oh my god, I actually don't know what to pick here. I mean, we go for the bow like every time it's brought up, and it is superb. But we don't know if this guy's a good or bad guy, actually.
It's my Lorestone. I'm taking it back. I'm touching my balls. Get your hands off my balls. Don't follow my balls.
Oh.
Like smooth, shiny balls. Just shave them.
What if he's just some like rogue guy? He's just a cool guy. He sees these shiny golden balls. He's like, oh shit, my family's gonna eat tonight.
That's good. We just heard Odell die. I'm sure it's something to do with him.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, I get. So let me guess. We're using the bow.
We're using the bow.
Okay. You draw an arrow and take aim as he stoops to snatch the Lorestones with his gloved hands. But he is covered in heavy mail, and even at such a close range, there are a few places where you can be sure that your arrow will pierce his armor. If you wish to fire at his visor, turn to page 76. If you wish to fire at his throat, turn to page 151. If you wish to fire at his chest, go to 333.
I want to shoot him in his visor and have such a stupid dragon on it. This'll teach you.
You want to do the visor?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the visor. We're doing it.
You take aim at his right eye and release your shaft, but his reactions are lightning fast. He ducks and tries to deflect your arrow on the reinforced crown of his helmet. Pick a number from the random number table and add to it any missile bonuses you may have. Come on. Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Motherfucker, you're done.
In spite of his attempts to deflect your arrow, it penetrates the cheek plate less than an inch below his eye. He bellows an agonizing cry and wrenches the shaft from his face. Such fortitude is impressive, but you can tell that he has suffered a serious wound. Feverishly, he scoops the Lorestones into a small velvet sack tied to his sword belt. Swiftly, you shoulder your bow and draw a hand weapon as you run forward to prevent his escape.
This prick.
He's gonna make off with our fucking lord. Oh, maybe not.
Not with my fucking watch, he doesn't. Cursing vilely, he unsheathes a curvy bladed sword and raises it to parry your first attack. You sense that he is a formidable warrior, but his wound has left him greatly weakened. His attacks are slow and erratic, and you're determined to exploit your advantage to the full. Yes, I think he had a better combat skill, but because we hit him, it's reduced. Scarlet Warrior's got 25 combat skill, endurance 30. If reduces endurance to 20 points or less, do not continue, 3 or 6. And if you kill him before his endurance falls to 20 points, so if we get an automatic kill, turn to 1, 2, 3. Come on, let's get the automatic kill.
Wow. Alright. God, I love seeing all those bonuses all the time. We have come a long way.
Yes!
Oh, is this a kill? That's a kill.
Didn't stand a chance. Get your hands off my balls.
These be my balls.
The balls are inert.
Is this you or me?
You.
Okay. The warrior shrieks his death cry and falls backwards, his arms outstretched and his fingers clawing blindly at the air. By chance, they have become tangled in the rope ladder, and his body is lifted into the air as the giant black bird takes to the sky. A wave of panic engulfs you. In desperation, you leap up and aim a blow at the small sack in an attempt to cut it loose. Your blow slices open the velvet, and one of the two Lorestones tumbles onto the graveyard below. Coming to rest close to the door of the sepulchre. Angry and crestfallen, you watch as the bird and its precious cargo rise above the trees and listen helplessly as the muffled flap of its wings fades into the distance. So we killed this guy, and he still got away.
Just by
Damn.
chance. Peering over the parapet, you try to locate the Lorestone, but it is impossible to see through the eerie blue carpet of grave mist. You're about to leave the roof when you hear a thrumming noise, like the sound of wild and discordant drumming. You peer in the direction of the noise and see a line of hulking shapes shambling towards the gaps in the perimeter wall. Instantly you recognize them. They are Agta, the hideous creations of the Chaos Master. Spurred on by anger and fear, you race through the inner sanctum of the sepulchre and skid to a halt outside its great door. There, shrouded in mist, you discover the body of your guide, his chest torn open and blackened by a bolt of power that claimed his life. You kneel close to his sightless eyes and immediately sense that the Lorestone is close at hand. Guided by instinct, you race towards the Lorestone, but as you are running past the entrance to a crypt, you are set upon by a pair of snarling chaos creatures.
You are in combat with two Agda scouts who are determined to fight you to the death! These creatures are immune to Mind Blast, but not Sight Surge. Unless you possess the Mad Guy Discipline and Hunt Mastery, you reduce your combat skill by 3 points for the first 2 rounds of combat, owing to the speed and surprise of their attack. If you win combat, turn to page 101.
We're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
So angry. I want my Lorestone!
I'm gonna be mad if we kill all the scouts and somehow, like, one of them still ends up walking away with a Lorestone.
Yeah. Oh, this one's surviving.
Oh my god, he didn't get
he's
one
dead.
shot. Oh, now he's dead, yeah.
You leap over the bodies of the dead actor and press on with your search. Ahead, you see a glimmer of gold in the pale blue luminescence, and you thrust your hand towards it into the mist. A tingling sensation runs the length of your arm, filling your body with an incredible sense of strength and well-being as you close your hand around the Lorestone and hold it up before your eyes. Restore your endurance score to its original level and turn to 90.
Oh. The golden glow fades as the wisdom contained within the Lorestones infused into your being. Your spirit soars, but you do not allow your euphoria to blind you to the danger that is closing on Talcos. You turn and run back towards the entrance of the Grand Sepulchre, intending to seek sanctuary behind its door, but your foot catches on something sharp and sends you sprawling to the ground. The toe of your left boot is cut through, but fortunately your foot has escaped without a scratch. Cautiously, you try to locate what caused such a vicious cut and discover the Scarlet Warrior's Kirby blade sword. If you wish to keep this weapon, turn to 8. If you do not, turn to page 346.
I'll take it. It does.
Yeah, why not?
There's a bonus.
Yeah, why not?
You raise the sword and essay a cut or two to assess its worth. It is a fine weapon, skillfully crafted by an expert smith. Its hilt is bejeweled with emeralds, and the curvy blade is engraved with a spectacular fiery dragon. At once you recognize the design, and your hopes of retrieving the last Lorestone are revived. It is identical to the symbol you first saw in the Table of Visions, the mark that emblazoned the stone gate of Haggadar. You focus your Kai skills on the blade, and they confirm your suspicions. The Scarlet Warrior came from Haggadar, and it is to that distant city that his Blackwing mount is now returning with the last Lorestone of the Kai. Keep this sword.
Why not?
Let's drop the regular dagger. We'll use the sword.
Oh, poor dagger.
It's fine. We've still got the dagger of Vash. We've never actually used that dagger, by the way. We're always using the dagger of Vash.
Oh, we'll have to pick a lock or something. And
So we got the. Oh, it actually says Scarlet Warrior's sword.
yeah, that's cool. From the depths of the Nagath forest crawls a nightmare army of gibbering chaos creatures. They are directed by one sinister being and are all obedient to his silent command. You run towards the sepulchre with terror in your heart and as their writhing shapes pour through the gaps in the perimeter wall in ever-increasing numbers. You evade their spears and stones, but as you reach the great door, you are confronted by 3 tentacled horrors, wearing heavy armor strapped to their warty hides. Their bloated bodies fill the doorway and prevent you from entering.
Jesus. These things. The hell? Oh my. Like squids or octopus? Fucking fat octopi. Oh my god, that one
With
at the back's
like
got teeth.
rhino feet.
Got rhino feet, elephant sort of head. Well, not elephant.
All
octopus
their feet are
tentacles.
different.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, remember with those fusions of human animal things. This is like another fusion of creatures that have been stitched together.
Okay.
And the one at the back has got teeth as well. It's got that one crooked tooth coming up the top.
It's got tusks. It's got tusks with its teeth. If you have the Mankai Discipline, Divination, Hunt Mastery, or Pathmanship, turn to page 213. There's other options there, but we're not.
You get a
doing
fight to
that.
run basically. But our senses tell
Yeah.
us that Lorcan Einhardt's army is within a league of Tolakos and will be here within the hour. Until then, you must find somewhere safe from the Chaos Horde, or you will be overwhelmed and destroyed by sheer weight of numbers. I'll just like body slam you. Quickly, you scan the surrounding crypts and note that, with the exception of the Grand Sepulchre and Balin's tomb, they are all in a state of ruin. If you wish to attack the chaos creatures that are blocking the entrance to the Grand Sepulchre, 298. If you wish to run to Balin's tomb and attempt to hide there, turn to 166. Well, it did say that fighting, like we're gonna get overwhelmed if we fight, so I reckon we just hide.
Yeah, they did kind of give us that warning, didn't they? They kind of ushered, hey, you want to hide.
Again.
Oh, shit. As you run across the tangled and broken ground towards the Balon's tomb, you are assailed by two Akta wielding large chunks of masonry. Swiftly, you dispatch them with two well-placed blows and reach the tomb unscathed. There you find that the lock which secures the door is similar in design to that of the Grand Sepulchre. As before, there are three groups of symbols and one blank square, although the symbols inscribed here are quite different from those that confronted you at the Grand Sepulchre. They look like this.
I
Well,
can tell
then.
like the line, the half square is being rotated each time it goes from one quadrant to another. So in the top right, it's probably going to be like a 7, that kind of a configuration.
And
As
like a triangle in the middle, then?
I'm not sure what the other symbol is. So the triangle and those other two lines. Not really sure about that.
I guess we'll just...
Oh, I think I know what it is. It's a reflection. Imagine the mirror is from top left to bottom right. That's a perfect mirror line. About what I'm thinking. If something appears that completes that mirror line from top left to bottom right, we'll pick that.
Okay.
So let's choose Pathmanship or Divination. Once again, your Kai senses warn you that this tomb door is protected by a powerful spell. If you inscribe the wrong symbols, you will break the spell and release its destructive energies.
Well then, this wasn't what I was imagining. Below are shown 4 groups of symbols. One of these, when inscribed upon the blank square, will complete the sequence and open the lock that secures Balon's tomb. Study the symbols carefully and compare them with those shown in the illustration accompanying entry 166. When you think you have found the correct group of symbols, turn to the entry given below it.
It's definitely not D. Just based on that one being rotated around. Now, that one goes that one comes down, then it gets to that. Well, if we go from that to that, that one rotates that way, that one comes up, it becomes that. Rotates again, and it becomes a triangle.
I'm gonna guess A or B. I kind of want to go B.
Why is that?
Like if this, well, we wanted the thing that looks like the 7. So the A and B have the 7 thing. The only reason, huh?
C is well.
Oh yeah, but I don't think it'd be C. I don't know. But the only reason why I choose B is because there's 2 squares in a multi option thing.
The options overlap. Okay.
Yeah, so my guess would be B.
It's a good guess.
If this were like an SAT test, I would go B. But
I don't know what the logic is behind it.
I don't understand it that much either. It doesn't make much sense.
All right, we'll go with B. I can't see anything else that it could be.
Yeah, I just have no clue. Did you save?
Seems good. A loud click issues from the lock, and the portal creaks open to reveal a long, dark corridor. Quickly, you step inside and swing shut the heavy door to deny entry to the screaming horde of chaos creatures assembling outside. Tubes of green glass set into niches in the wall cast a faint glow by which you can see your way to the chamber at the heart of the tomb. Here lies the remains of Balon, ancient ruler of Melidor, encased in a sarcophagus of gleaming gem-studded silver. To the rear of the chamber, you notice a stair that ascends to the ceiling, where, like the Grand Sepulchre, there is a circular portal that gives access to the roof. If you wish to search the chamber, 154. If you wish to investigate the sarcophagus, 66. If you choose instead to go up on the roof and spy on the advancing horde, 10 to 27. I want to see if there's any goodies in here.
Yeah, I kind of do too. And I feel like if we go up on the roof, they're going to have like flying units that are just going to see us.
Alright, 154.
The chamber is filled with valuable tapestries and furnishings, but there is little that can be carried out with ease. Certain that you have overlooked nothing of practical value, you head for the roof in order to spy on the surrounding chaos creatures.
Someone tells me the other option would have probably killed us.
It is possible.
As you look down from the parapet, you are greeted by a stirring sight. Lorcan Ironheart's army is surging into Talakos, transforming the chaos-choked grounds into a raging battlefield. At their head, you see Lorcan, his silver armor and scarlet cloak tarnished with black blood, striking at the enemy with blurring speed and deadly accuracy. He leads a massive wedge of the Melodorian warriors, whose faces and armor are painted with magical runes to ward off the creatures of chaos. The Agtar melt before them, like ice before a fire, and flee in panic to the dark safety of the Nagath. The Melodorians give a rousing cheer of victory to speed the enemy's retreat. Their jubilant cries are soon stifled, when, from the depths of the forest, they are answered by a thunderous roar. Take a look at this picture.
Ooh.
Oh my god, look at these things. Look at these abominations.
They're not wearing that much armor. The
those look
abominations, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they're like fast units.
Oh.
Ugh. Oh.
Something huge and deadly is striding toward Talkos. The ground trembles beneath its step and the air is filled with the sounds of great destruction. The crack and groan of sundered trees and thunderous growls of a gigantic beast grow steadily louder, driving many of the Lorcan soldiers to the brink of despair. Desperately, he tries to rally them, but his voice is lost in the deafening noise. Suddenly, a gap appears at the forest's edge as effortlessly a pair of stout trees are pushed apart by monstrous hands. Morbid terror grips the Mandalorians, with few stand their ground when they see the awesome visage of the Chaos Master looming 30 feet above. You look upon his massive naked body and feel sickened by what you see. His features are in a constant state of flux, dissolving, merging, and melting into new and ever more hideous shapes. Only Lorcan appears unmoved by this dreadful sight. He raises his sword and challenges the evil being to single combat, but his brave words are met with a howl of desertion. Derision?
Derision.
Yeah, I guess. Derision?
What the hell? This thing is fucking huge. Why is its middle finger on its right hand so fucking big? It's like a human toe, and the rest of its claws are like... Oh my god, look at it. Its left hand is like a normal looking claw, and its right hand has got a regular sized human finger, a fucking massive toe in the middle, and another claw tendril fucking thing coming out.
It's got like a chicken leg thing going on.
Oh my god, it's got chicken legs. It's got a snout face. It's got one horn on its right side, like a little tiny octopus thing on its left, coming out the top of its head. You see that?
Say what you will, but I bet you, if you cook them right, you probably taste delicious.
Be my guest. Tell me how it goes.
You would challenge a god? Speaks the Chaos Master, his mocking voice unbearably loud. Lorcan remains undaunted by his enemy and repels his call to combat. The Chaos Master laughs. Ha! Then let us begin. Through our sport shall be but a brief affair. I will delight in killing such a righteous fool as thou, Lorcan. With terrifying ease, the Chaos Master uproots a tree, pares away the branches with the edge of his hand, and then wields it like a gigantic club. He strides forward, pursuing Lorcan in a grime game of cat and mouse that leaves a trail of destruction wherever they go. The Mandalorian relies on luck and fleetness of foot to avoid the crushing blows, but his luck and skill do not last indefinitely. He slips and falls near a wall of the crypt on the roof which you are crouching. The Chaos Master bellows with glee and strides forward, his club raised to crush Lorcan to an unrecognizable pulp. His loathsome shoulders draw level with the parapet, and he stays himself for the coup de grace. He comes within an arm's length of your position. If you possess the Summer Sword, turn to page 341. If you possess the Ironheart Broadsword, turn to page 204. If you do not possess either of these special items, turn to page 111. Summer Sword.
Summer Sword, let's do it. You draw back your golden blade and take aim at the Chaos Master's heart. But the closeness of your goodly blade screams a warning to this evil god, and quickly he turns to face you. You strike a blow which wounds his side, but misses its vital target. With a roar of pain, the Chaos Master drops his club and clasps his side. Pain swiftly becomes rage, and with a vengeful scream, he reaches out to crush you to death in his monstrous hands. The Chaos Master, lightly wounded, has a combat skill of 47 and 68 endurance.
Yeah.
This being is immune to Mind
strong
Blast, but not Psi Surge. If you possess the Law Circle of the Spirit, add 2 points to your combat skill for the duration of the fight.
I don't think so.
Oh shit, that's the toughest one.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So, we have a combat skill of 48, but that's with all the bonuses. Without that Mind Blast, we're gonna lose. How much are we? Right, basically, we are outmatched with the old. With the old stats. We've got a choice here. Remember how we can have an old stats and a new stats against the Zakan? Same thing here. Old stats 47 and 68. New stats are 40. No! I didn't
click the new one.
Just wanted to. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna load the progress. We're gonna get back here. So we're back here at the fight. So we're gonna fight him with the old stats. So we need to click the number first, and then I swear. Oh, we should. What I should have done is just hover my mouse, and it would have told me what the new stats would be. Okay, so we are at a disadvantage right now because our bonuses aren't going to cut it. But remember, we have that potion of Alether.
Ooh,
This is the time to use it.
Yes, agreed.
Now should have what? What?
Is it not a?
Maybe it needs to be.
Yeah, that first one was potion of Alether. Bonus.
Yeah,
we only get one difference.
We're gonna need it. We are gonna need it so badly. We would have been at the -1 combat skill.
Oh my god, this is a big fight. Oh, we're probably gonna take some damage. Oh, we only took one. Okay.
As long as we keep getting these good numbers, we should be good. Oh.
No.
That's up my big fucking mouth.
We can take a hit. We can take a hit. We only got 40 more to go. Oh, these low numbers though. Ugh.
I think if we keep this up, we should be beating him. No, not with that.
Yeah. Ouch.
Get some good hits. Imagine how this fight even looks. He's fighting with a massive branch. Wait, no, he's not. Crushing us. His monster hands. He's dropped his club.
Just transforms his arm into a wooden door. Just beats us with it.
This is gonna be a close fight, you know.
Oh my god.
Stop
rolling low numbers!
Oh my god.
We could die! We could die from a series of bad luck!
That's a good hit. Yes! We're gonna kill him.
Oh, he's got 1 point left! Oh!
Yes!
Okay. Whew.
Fuck you, Book. Oh, you could kill us, did you? Yeah. I knew a tough fight was coming in this book, so that's why I wanted that potion of Alether last book. Because I knew we were gonna need it right now.
Nice call. It's a good thing we remembered it. Oh, you remembered it.
Yeah, I just remember that this book is really hard. It's a big, huge boss fight. I just remember it looking like that. I imagined a massive giant, which were in this book.
As you strike the fatal blow, the Chaos Master vents a shriek loud enough to wake the dead. His great body stiffens and his skin wriggles and shimmers, making it impossible to discern any detail. Then he fades until all that remains to record his existence is the lingering smell of his spit blood. Or split blood. Spilt. Whew, this has been a long book!
The Melodorians are overjoyed to have witnessed the spectacular defeat of the Chaos Master, for your victory has rid them of their greatest enemy. They call to you to come down from the roof, and when you appear in the doorway, they shower you with praise.
We owe you more than our lives, Aeonian,
says Lorcan. His strange blue eyes aglow with admiration.
Your great deed has saved our realm, and put an end to the plague of chaos that would have corrupted us all. We are forever in your debt.
Lorcan orders that the word of victory be sent immediately to his people and commands that a celebration be held in your honor. But the urgency of your quest prompts you to forego the festivities and begin your journey to Haggadar at once. Lorcan understands your need to make haste and offers to help you by assigning another scout to guide you through the Naggoth to the plain of Gurkar. If you wish to accept Lorcan's offer of help, turn to page 5. If you choose to continue your quest alone, go to 183. Let's kill another innocent bastard, I guess. Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing. Your new scout's name is Ark, with a wiry Melodorian with a steely grey hair and a lean, scraggy face. Oh, if only he knew what was in store for him. He is an expert woodsman, and with his help you are able to avoid all contact with marauding remnants of the Chaos Horde. The journey to the edge of the plain of Gorkor takes nearly 100 hours, during which time you are able to conserve your food supplies by living off the land. In fact, so bountiful is the Naggoth forest that you are able to gather a surplus of food equivalent to 3 meals. Taking it? Yeah, we took one. You share a meal with Ark and bid him farewell. Oh wow, he actually lived. Then you check your equipment.
Tell your children you were the one that lived.
Then you check your equipment and consult your map before setting off with trepidation across the barren plain of Gorkor. Pick a number from the random number table. 7.
Lucky number 7. Before you lies a vast sea of gray-brown dust that stretches to the cloudy horizon. It is a drear and haunting panorama of land once rich and fertile, murdered by the curse of chaos. It instills in you a dread uncertainty that deepens as you trudge each weary mile from boulder to crag, and from crag to dry scrub. The only landmarks in this desert of desolation, you fight your growing despair, drawing strength from your vow to complete your quest. For the fate has befallen Gurkar, will befall Summerland if you fail to find the last Lorestone and return to Magdamund to defeat Dark Lord Nag. It is during your third stop for rest that you hear a noise in the silent wilderness. It comes from a group of tall boulders to your left. Immediately, you rise to your feet and unsheath a weapon as a huge but emancipated reptile, as gray as the dust, slinks slowly into view. If you have the Mankind discipline of animal control, turn to page 109. If you don't possess a skill, that's what we're doing.
Yes, but we're going to be doing it next time because we've actually just reached the hour mark. So, this this bit of the book, that fight against the fucking Chaos Master. Holy shit. That was close. Like, you understand now how difficult, like, obviously up until this point.
Yeah, that was a difficult fight.
So imagine if you just started your adventure with this book. It's ridiculous. It's unwinnable, that fight. We had to bonuses on top of bonuses on top of bonuses, and the potion of Aletha just to fight on equal footing with this thing.
But we killed the Chaos God, and we didn't even stick around for the celebration. We didn't even heal. We're just like, nah, we got shit to do. Give me my liver.
We've been traveling for 100 hours. Shouldn't we have restored our endurance points over that time? That
you would think.
We're in a bountiful forest full of meals. No problems whatsoever. 100 hours of that, of bliss. How are we not at full health? I don't understand.
I
We'll
don't
recover it
understand
soon
either.
enough. So guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time for the conclusion of the Prisoners of Time. Take care.
Oh, bye.